It is the part 5th of this electoral politics class 9 electoral politics civics. In previous part we have seen popular participation, then concept of voter turnout, then voter list, different things we have seen related to this. What does the turnout figure indicate? That we have seen, even though we have seen about the EVM machine, all these things, and how election commission India is independent. Now come to the acceptance, page number 71, acceptance of the election commission. Acceptance of the election outcome means after the election, whatever result declared by the election commission, that result have to be accept. So here one final test of free and fairness of election, has in that outcome result. If elections are not free or fair, the outcome always favor the powerful. In such a situation, ruling parties do not lose election. Ruling party means those government is there, that party do not lose election. Usually losing party does not accept outcome of the re-election. Generally losing party is not ready to accept the result or ring election. Ringing means what? Fraud and malpractices indulged by the party for candidate to increase the votes. For increasing vote, winner party use fraud and malpractices. It include stuffing ballot boxes by the few person and bribing or coercing polling officers to favor a candidate, and that is called here ring election. So losing party does not generally accept the outcome. The outcome of the India's election speaks for itself. Outcome of the India's election, that the ruling party routinely lose election in India, both at the national and state level. In fact, in every 2 out of the 3 elections held in the last 15 years, the ruling party lost. So this is the evaluation, that out of every means ruling parties routinely lose election in India, both at national and state level. In fact, every 2 out of the 3 election held in the last 15 years. This is the observation of last 15 years. So out means, in fact, every 2 out of 3 means 3 इलेक्शन यदि होते हैं तो 2 इलेक्शन जो है that held in last 15 years, then the ruling party lost. Means though the party is ruling party, so that party um, lose election after every 3 election. Second one observation is in the US, incumbent in US incumbent or sitting elected representative rarely loses an election. Means this is the example or observation of the from US. Those incumbent means elected representative or the current holder of the political office usually choice for the voters in election and is between the incumbent party or candidate and lose whose oppose them. In India, about half of the sitting MPs and MLAs lose election. If we talk about in India, half of the sitting MPs means those who are in the ruling position and MLAs they lose in election. And third observation is candidate who are known to have spent a lot of money on buying votes and those with the known criminal connection often lose election. Means in India, candidates who are known to the spend lot of money means those candidate who spend lot of money for what? Buying the votes, and those who with known criminal connection and their connection with the or their criminal background often lose election. This is also one of the observation. Which next one is one bearing very few disputed election. The electoral outcomes are usually accepted as people's verdict by the defeated party. So all these which we have seen, that is acceptance of election outcome, and generally what are the expected outcome which found in India and also US, and how people digest or how result or on which scenario result it is depend upon. So all these things we have seen. Then come to the next point, which is also important, that challenges to free and fair election. One thing is clear, that which one? In democracy there should be free and fair election, but it is required free and fair election, but it is big challenge. Some malpractice, fraud, ruling party or some other party they used. So it is one of the big challenge. All this lead to a simple conclusion. Election in India are basically free and fair. The party that wins an election and form government does so because people have chosen it over its rival. Rival means competitors. So particular party form the government. Why they form the government, that particular party? Because people elected that people, means voters chosen by the people over its rival. This may not be true for every constituency. Does not happen every constituency. A few candidates may win purely on the basis of money power and unfair means these malpractices, or few candidates they elect on the basis of money power, muscle, or unfair means. But overall verdict of the general election still reflects popular preferences. There are very few exceptions to this rule in the last 50 years in our country. Thus, it what makes Indian election democratic. So, this is the observation of last 50 years. Yet the picture looks different if we ask deeper question. Are people's preferences based on real knowledge? This is important question. Those who are voters. So are the people preferences based on real knowledge? Means people use vote or cast their votes to the particular candidate from different party. Then that vote, is it based on their real knowledge? Whose real knowledge? Knowledge of the voters. Or next one is election really level playing field for everyone? Or can an ordinary citizens hope to win the election? Question. Question of this kind bring many limitations and challenges. Many limitations and challenges of Indian election in Indian elections to our attention. There is include. So there is include that candidates and parties with lot of money may not be sure of their victory. Means it is the observation, or that include in the challenges. Candidates and parties with a lot of money may not be sure of their victory. Means पैसे बहुत है, इसीलिए वो विक्ट्री उनकी श्योर है, ऐसा नहीं होता. बट दे डू एन्जॉय अ बिग एंड अनफेयर एडवांटेजेस ओवर द स्मॉलर पार्टीज एंड independent. Second one, in some part of the country, candidates with the criminal connections have been able to push other out of the electoral race. Means those candidates who have criminal connection. So what happened? They push the other out of electoral race and to secure a ticket from the major party. Means they get ticket from the major party. To whom? Those who are having the criminal connection and those who are ready to spend lot of money in the election. Next one, the challenges of free and fair election. Some families tend to dominate political parties. Then tickets are distributed to the relatives from these families. Means this is also fact that some of the families tend to dominate political parties and tickets are distributed to whom? To their relatives. So this is also one of the challenge. Instead of observing, looking eminent person or appropriate person, they distribute ticket of the particular party on the base of their relatives. Then very often election offer a little choice to ordinary citizen. Election offers very little choice to the ordinary citizen for both. Major parties are quite similar to each other both in the policies and practices. Major parties, they are similar. Quite similar on which manner? That is their policies and practices. Then similar parties and independent candidate suffer a huge disadvantage compared to the bigger party. Means if we compare about the bigger party, smaller party and independent candidate, they suffer lot of things or huge disadvantages comparing to whom? To bigger party. Because bigger party, if the losses are there, so bigger party raise much money, but it is not happen, or smaller parties, they do not have much money, they do not their capacity is not for spending money, lot of money, so they can't bear loss. So these challenges exist not just in India but also in many established democracies. Means this is the challenge in front of us, and it is not limited to our country, but they have to face this challenge or almost democracies in the world. The deeper issues are matter of concern for those who believe in democracy. Means almost democracies from the world, they bear these issues or problems. That is why citizens, then social activists and organization, who are the citizens, social activists and organizations, have been demanding reforms. They require or they demand for the reforms in our electoral system. Whatever system is there, there should be some reform. It is the demand of this group, that is citizens, social activists and some organizations. Can you think of some reforms, or what can an ordinary citizens do to face these challenges? So some questions are here just for checking it. First point is here, Lok Sabha has always had less than 10% women member. It's obviously right, then election commission often refuse to accept the government advice about when the election should be held. Yes, election commission is having the power, independent body. It is not mandatory to election commission to accept the advice of government about when the election should be held. Next one, current Lok Sabha has more than 145 members whose assets are more than 1 crore, obviously. And after the losing an election, the chief minister said, I respect the people's verdict, obviously, because they do not have any option. Then some of the important keywords are here which we use many times in the chapter while discussing this chapter. First concept, that was booth capturing. In malpractices, generally it happens, booth capturing means supporters or the hired musclemen of the party, musclemen of the party or candidate gain physical control of a polling booth and cast false vote by threatening everyone or by preventing genuine voters from reaching polling booth. Means all these are comes under the malpractices and fraud. Then second term was which we discuss we use in the chapter, that was code of conduct. So what is the code of conduct? This is a set of norms. Code of conduct, it is basically set of norms and guidelines to be followed by the political parties and contesting candidate during the election time. Another term, number of times used, that was constituency. So voters in a geographical area, voters in geographical area who elect representative to the legislative body, that is constituency. Then another term, that was incumbent. The current holder of political office is government. Usually the choice or ruling party, usually the choice for the voters in election is between the incumbent party or candidates and those who oppose them. Next term, level playing field. Another term was level playing field. So here, condition, that condition in which all parties and candidates contesting in an election, all parties and candidates contesting in an election have equal opportunities. They have equal opportunity to appeal for votes and to carry out the election campaign. And that was called the level playing field. They have some limitations. Then next word, that was ringing. Which one? That was ringing. So fraud and malpractices indulged by party or by a candidate to increase its votes. Means for increasing vote, some parties or some candidate, they bring in practice fraud and malpractices. It includes, and which that practices, that includes stuffing ballot boxes by the few person using votes of others, then recording multiple votes by the same person, and bribing or coercing polling officers on favor of the candidate. And last word, that was turnout. We have seen graph of the US and India. Percentage of the voter turnout. So the percentage, what is voter turnout? The percentage of eligible votes who cast their votes in the election. That term is called the voter turnout. All these terms which we have seen, and then all these terms which we have seen, and then some of the words, some of the questions we discuss which are important. How is voter list is prepared? How voter list is prepared? First point, in our country, all the citizens age 18 and above, they are eligible to vote in election. Then second point, every citizen has a right to vote regardless of his caste, creed, sex and religion. This equality is there. Only condition is above 18 year, and government is responsible for entering the name of all the eligible voters on the voter list. And fourth point, name of those who have moved out of the constituency or are dead are removed from the voter list. Means updation, keeping updation, it goes on for every election. And last point, complete revision of the voter list is done every 5 years for updating it. Means keeping update this voter list, including eligible candidate and removing those who are dead. So this work is very important after every 5 years for updating. Next question was that how is the people's participation in election measures? In previous lecture we have seen popular participation. So this is the question related to that. How is people's participation in election measures, and how can it be said that elections are becoming popular in India and drawing people attention? So this is the question. Answer it is like this only. People's participation in election is usually measured by the voters' turnout. The turnout indicate the percentage of eligible voters who actually cast their votes over the last 50 years in India, and turnout has either remained stable or actually gone up. Means these are the two possibility or observation, that either it remains stable or actually gone up. This is the observation. Then if we talk in India, the poor, illiterate and underprivileged people vote in larger number proportion as compared to the rich and privileged section. Rich and privileged section, they celebrate picnic for the getting holiday, but poor people, they goes for casting their votes. It is the observation. This is contrast to the United States, or United States में एक contrast है, United States of America, where poor people, African American and Hispanic vote much less in comparison to the rich and the white people. Second one is common people in India attach a lot of importance to election. Common people, they use lot of significance or attach a lot of importance for the election. They feel that through the election they can bring pressure on the political parties. Through election they can give the pressure on political parties to adopt policies and programs favorable. And third one, interest of people in the vote related activities has been increasing over the year. For example, 2004 elections, more than one third of the voters took part in the campaign related activities. Means day by day related activities, they are increasing order. Next question is that next question is, what are the minimum condition for democratic election? What are the minimum condition for the democratic election? Means they are, first, everyone should be able to choose from. This means that everyone should have one vote and every vote should have equal value. It is also mentioned in the Constitution. Second one, there should be something to choose from. Parties and candidates should be free to contest election and offer some real choice to the voters. And third one, the choice should be offered at regular interval. Election must be held regularly after every few years. Third one, candidate preferred by the people should get elected. And last point, elections should be conducted in free and fair manner where people can choose as their wish. So in this way, democratic election takes place in India. Then another question is, what are the main function of election commission in India? Generally this question asks main functions of the election commission in India. So here first one, control and conduct the conduct of election. Election commission takes decision on every aspect of the conducting and controlling election from the time of declaration of election to the announcement of result. Means all these different tasks, responsibilities related to election, it decides by whom? Election commission. Second, election commission introduced code of conduct. So what is code of conduct? Election commission can implement the code of conduct and punish any parties or candidates guilty of breaking or violating any rules. And third point, election commission can order the government during the period of election. Election commission can order the government to allow to follow its guideline on the matter, including transfer of government official. Means all administrative machinery that comes in the hand of election commission and can order to the government. Next point, discharges of duties. During election commission discharges the duty to government official. Thus, the election duty government officers work under the control of election. Means though the government officers are there, but they have to work under the control of election commission during the election. And last one, reprimand of the government. In the present political scenario, election commission has expanded its power. Power of the election commission has expanded. Now the election commission reprimand the government and administration for their lapses or their points, negative points. It can ever order for repoll if any malpractices found. So these some of the important questions we have discussed. Then one more question we will have to discuss here: how or list the way to regulate and ensure the free and fair election, which is oftenly asked. So first, misuse of the government facilities should be prevented. Then ringing on the polling booth should be checked. Then role of money and muscle power should be checked. Next, voting should be made compulsory. And last, contesting candidate should not be allowed to use caste and religion during the election. Generally it happens, but there should be control of the election commission. So all these are questions which are very important, and this is end of the chapter. Thank you, students.